And that's what I say to young people today. Look at this pandemic, this coronavirus pandemic, It's really tragic because it attacks the old guys. But even worse is the baby boomers had it the easiest of all generations. Their pensions are gone, their 401ks are gone, Social Security is broke, Medicare is broke. So I say to younger people, this pandemic, this crisis is the best thing that ever happened to you. Think about that iPhone. You have more power in that iPhone than I had with my mainframe computer. And then so when I meet people who say, oh, the economy is bad, I said, the only economy is between this year and that year. There's an economy out here. But this is the best time for your generation because you're tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy. This was made for you guys. The old guys like me are being cleaned out by the pandemic. The way is clear for you. Now, the old guys are gone. They're dead. What are you going to do about it? So it's really a great time. But exactly the bad times are leading to the best times. You can see it. But unfortunately, as you know, there's a lot of your generation and younger, they'll never recover. They're going to see it as the worst of time. Or more important, who's your teachers? That's why I keep saying to the millennials, they're a pack of wimps. I meet millennials who are just horrifyingly weak. Snowflakes, they call them. They go to college, they're taught trigger events. I don't know what they say today, but they've got to have special rooms where there's no whatever. I'm going, holy mackerel. Welcome to the real world, And there's other millennials who are as tough as nails. This is the biggest opportunity they've ever had. So it just depends upon what's between this year and this year, what's in your heart. That's it. I always say quit your job, but that's not, I don't have a job. I've only had one job. And I never wanted a job after that because I had to be hungry. But we're all different. We're humans, we're different beings. If I show you this diagram here, it's why I created my cash flow board game. Because we have 4 different intelligences. We have mental intelligence, we have physical to make, football and all that, emotional intelligence, but spiritual intelligence. So I went to military school in New York. The first thing is spiritual. I become a Marine, it's spiritual. You know what I mean? Because you're putting your life on the freaking line. So Nassim Taleb, he wrote the book, The Black Swan. He says there's 3 kinds of people in the world. There's fragile, and that's what our school systems are putting out. Fragile, wimpy, snowflakes. And that's your choice. You want to be that way? Have a good life. The second type is that, so a fragile is like a champagne flute. You hit it, it shatters. Then the second one is called robust. And a robust person is like the rock. You can pound on them, dump on them. They take it. But that's all they do. They take it. And then anti-fragile is somebody like you where they pound the crap out of you and you get smarter and better because of it. So I love Nassim Taleb. A lot of people call him Dr. Doom. But the way I look at this whole thing, this economy we're probably going into a depression. We're not going to get out of this. And so the thing is this good for you or bad for you? I'm looking forward to it. The last crash was 2008, and I made more money in 2008 than in my whole life. So this one here, I'm going to get even richer. But other people are going to get poor. And if they're baby boomers, they're going to blame it on this coronavirus. Oh, my health. Hey, hit the road. Put on some running shoes. Change your diet. Get some sunlight. Get healthy. Don't be a wimp. But, oh, no, I'm so afraid of dying. I'm going, you're already dead. You don't even know it yet. In the Marine Corps, we used to call them corpse people. A corpseman is a person who's dead but doesn't know it. They're so afraid of dying. They're already dead. This is the best time to be alive right now. The lesson is here, you got to choose your teachers wisely. When the market crashed in 2008, guess how much money I borrowed? $300 million. Because interest rates were dropping and real estate prices were going to the toilet. And when I walk into my banker, this report has about a financial statement. Income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flow. It's a book on accounting. People don't even know it's a book on accounting. So I walked into my bank with my partner and had all this property that was floating to the surface. And I say, I'll take them off your hands. Give me the money to buy the property. That's cojones. Give me the money and I'll buy your properties for you. So it depends. And this is my whole thing. I'm now 700 million, almost $1 billion in debt. You know why? Because I don't pay any taxes. The more debt I have, the less tax I pay. And the average guy goes, how do you do that? Because you have bad teachers. And so it's this whole thing that you got to choose your teachers wisely. I don't touch that garbage that Wall Street puts out. I don't have a 401k. I don't have stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. Doesn't mean you shouldn't, but I don't need them. And the other part is, look, for you young guys, the best teachers are not in colleges. The best teachers are on YouTube. Wake up. The fake teachers are in colleges. They're telling you to get a job. the corporate ladder. You know, Patrick Bet-David said it the best, and I love that guy. He says there's two kinds of leaders, wartime and peacetime. And a peacetime leader is a guy like my poor dad. He goes through all the right schools. He has all the degrees and credentials. He does all the right things. He climbs the corporate or the government ladder and all that. Or a wartime leader goes to war. So Steve Jobs is a wartime leader. I'm a wartime leader. The difference is I went to war twice on the front lines. You know what happened? So I joined the Marine Corps. I learned to fly. I go to Camp Pendleton. I strap on my weapons. I go to advanced weapons in Camp Pendleton. I go to Okinawa, and then they send me into Vietnam. And I came out of Vietnam about 4 months later, back to Restage in Okinawa, and I thought everybody had changed. I looked at the fellow Marines. I had been to war. It's different when somebody's trying to kill you. Every single mission, I went down 3 times, and I came back stronger and tougher. So I come back to Okinawa, I got like a week off, and they're going to ship me back into Vietnam again. I said, what happened to these guys? And it wasn't that they changed, I changed. So what happens to entrepreneurs who go out and they get their ass handed to them and they survive, if you survive, you see a different world. Whereas some peacetime who's climbing the corporate ladder right now, they just lost their job, they're sucking their thumb. You know, this is the worst time for them. Yet for a wartime leader, it's the best of times. If you're an entrepreneur right now, the world's open to you. If you're an employee, your world's dead to you. An entrepreneur can create their own success. That's what it comes down to. So this is the best of times for the wartime guys. Horrible time for peacetime. You can't make money now. You should hang it up. I tell all you frickin' millennials, man. You know, I don't know where it is. I got this iPhone. If you can't make money with that, hang it up. You can't make money with an iPhone through social media, through marketing. You have the world at your fingertips and you can't make money. The problem is between this ear and this ear. It's not out here, it's in here. That's why you've got to choose your teachers wisely. So let me just say it again. The best teachers are on YouTube. Make up your mind what you want to listen to. I'm just being real. Look, if you're poor right now, it was called look in the mirror. That's what Rick had always said to me. Says, if you're looking in the mirror right now and you see a loser, that's what you are. You can't make money in this economy. You better change your thinking. You know, hindsight is 2020. If you're looking and you don't have any money, you don't have a job, your boyfriend or girlfriend has left you, how did I get here? There was a great book called Gulag Archipelago by Solzhenitsyn. So he gets thrown in a concentration camp or a gulag in Siberia. And he says, how did I get here? You know how he got there? Because he was a peacetime leader, didn't fight back. So people are being sold the bill. Go to school, get a job, pay taxes, save money, get out of debt, buy a house. The house is an asset, and invest for the long term in a well-defined portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs.